Good. Good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, class. Okay, that sounds much better. So hands up for me. Out. In. Up, 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 up. Reach and touch the sky. Up, up, down. So today for our social studies, Sir J. Harper is going to tell us all about our topic for today. And what is our topic? Road safety, correct. So he is from the Guyana Police Force and he's going to tell us all about road safety. So you're going to sit back, fold your arms, and what you must do most importantly, listen. And after that, I'm going to ask you questions at random, right? So we're going to listen to him as he tells us all about road safety. Good.
And that there's a free flow of traffic, both ingress and egress, to every area that persons have to proceed. At this time, we are paying very keen attention to our traffic congestions and for our accident situations that is occurring on our eastbound corridor. We are appealing to every driver, every motorist, every person using the roadway that you're to use the road with care. Remember, care, caution, consideration, courtesy, and common sense, our 5 C's of defensive driving. We'd like you to exercise as much as possible, because if we fail to adhere to these rules of driving on our roadway, it means therefore persons will be hurt and persons will end up have to suffer broken limbs and other injuries that they may end up in the hospital. We would like you to be safe to and from going to work and from going to your place of business, getting back home safe. And the only way that can happen is that we all have to work together as citizens of the country to make sure that we use the roadway safe. Remember, road safety is not just law enforcement officer or traffic officer's responsibility. Road safety is everybody's business. And because it's everybody's business, it means that you, the people of this country and beautiful people that lives on the East Bank, have to work along with us so that we can be able to make sure that our roadway remains safe. Our accident figures as it stands is at an area that we needed to be maintained, but at present we're having fatalities. We are already having 20 fatalities for the year.
Good. So from Mr. Harper's pep talk, who could remember what he said? Let me hear Sarah. He spoke about road safety. Yes, he spoke about road safety, but what about it? He says that is our business. Yes, indeed, road safety is our business. It's not just the police's job to look out for us or look out for all the pedestrians on the road. We have to be aware as well, right? So what else? One more. Let me get Timothy. He spoke about the 5 C's. Good. And could you remember the 5 C's, what he said? Caution. We must be aware. Courtesy. Be kind. Be careful. Have common sense and consideration. So we must be considerate for all the drivers or other persons on the road whenever we're driving our vehicles, right? Good. So behind Miss came up with our own definition about road safety, right? So it says here, road safety is the protection and prevention of road safety accidents by using all road safety measures, right? So this is simply saying that we must be aware and alert when we're using this road, because it could be very dangerous, right? Good. So before we get into the rules, did he mention anything else? Yes, he said we mustn't. Exactly, we mustn't use our cell phones on the road. So what you think if I'm calling up somebody, if daddy's calling up somebody and driving at the same time, what do you think would happen? He would get into an accident. Yes, so we mustn't use our cell phones when we're driving. Is that clear? Right? So tell mommy and daddy, put down the cell phone when they're driving. Good, let's get into the other rules. So I have the first rule here, and it says safety first, stop or slow down. So if all these cars are coming at once and you trying to overtake, don't overtake. So you have to stop and slow down, right? Good, next rule. So we must buckle up. And we know what is that? What we have to buckle up? Our seat belt. Very good. Next one, obey rules and signs. We're going to get into some signs just now. And we're going to see why it is important for us to obey all these signs. Next one, obey the speed limit. So you know it has some numbers, like it has 50 in a circle. Whenever you're driving with mommy and daddy, it has a number inside a round circle, and it's at the side of roads. This here is the speed limit, and it's telling the drivers what speed they should be driving whenever they're coming around a corner or so on, right? So this, it could be 50, it could be 100, it could be 20, it could be any number. That's just cautioning the drivers at what speed limit they should drive at. Very good. So now I have some signs. So we have rules here, right? But we need to incorporate some signs. But before I show you my signs that I came up with, you tell me some. Traffic light. Very good. And when the police or the traffic officers aren't there, the traffic light is what guides the traffic, right? So you see when it turns, I have the traffic light here. You see when it turns red, what we must do when it turns red? We must stop. Very good. And when it turns green, we need to go. Very good. And what about if it turns yellow? What do you think that means? It means that we should slow down, right? Good. So I have this big one here. We see it every day when we're crossing the road. Our patrols in class use this. What is it? A stop sign. And this one is very important, just as the traffic light, right? So whenever we see this, or drivers see this is telling them to stop. Good. I have some behind here. So when there's this yellow house shape and there's two persons, we can see this is a woman or a man and a child, right? So this sign here is telling the drivers that there's a school ahead, or there's children that they need to look out for when they're driving, right? So whenever they see this sign usually be around school corners, like before you're coming up against the school, you'll see this sign. Must look out for it when you're traveling, right? So this sign tells them that there are children ahead. Good. And this one says it's a two-way traffic. This just means, you see one arrow is going up and one is going down. It just means that the vehicles could travel in how many ways? Two ways. Very good. I have some additional signs here. And there are many, many more signs that we should look at. So we spoke about the two-way traffic. Let's just look at a few. Whenever we see a triangle, a red triangle, and the interior is white and whatever it's saying here. So this is a hump, right? So it's saying that when we see triangle, it means that that thing is prohibited. So whatever is in the triangle means that is prohibited. Whenever you see this red triangle, it means exactly that something is prohibited. But in this case, the hump is prohibited. Good. Let's choose another one. You see, we talk about speed limit just now. And this one is saying that we should go at a speed limit of how much? 30. Very good. What does this one say? Cycling. Very good. But when you're seeing a red circle around it, what it means? Exactly, no cycling should be happening there. Whenever they see the sign, no cycling should be happening there. Because sometimes they could be doing some sort of construction or something, and they're trying to signal whoever is coming on their bicycles, right? All right, let's go over to here. Whenever we see, let's see, this sign, it means that we should, what is the man doing here? Look closely. He's walking, right? So this is saying that he shouldn't walk there or wherever the sign is, because something probably is going on there, they're putting up this sign, right? And this sign says 2 words. Look carefully, look closely. It says to slow down. So that's basically self-explanatory, right? So it's saying to us that we must slow down. And what color light, I already gave it away. What color light we should look for that says to slow down? Yellow. Very good. Give yourselves a hand, man. Good. So following the rules and following the traffic signs, we are going to keep ourselves safe and others as well. So let's say a car is coming to you, right? Yes, you're in the car and you're doing everything abiding by the rules. But you still need to look out for it. Not because you're in the car now, you must continue walking. You have to keep lookout. Because some drivers are very sneaky, and accidents, we don't know when they will happen. So we have to be alert and aware of what is happening in our surroundings. So, let's say, all right, let me get Jonathan. So Jonathan is walking. He got his earpiece plugged up in his ears. And people honking at him, telling him to take out the earpiece to see it has a big hole there and he didn't see it. And Jonathan keep walking, man. You know what can happen to Jonathan? What? Good. So tell me what will happen to Jonathan. He would fall in the hole, right? Exactly. So we mustn't wear our headphones, earpiece, AirPods, whatever, when we're walking or using the road. Is that clear? Okay, good. All right. Let's say we buy this brand new vehicle and we have time to check it out. So mommy and daddy jump in, you jump in the back, and we drive in and we're in the middle of traffic now. And all of a sudden, a dog run past and daddy can't stop the car. What would happen there? He would get into an accident as well, exactly. So it's important for us to check or test out our vehicles before we move, right? So make sure, tell daddy or mommy, whoever is driving, to make sure they test out the car before it's on the road to avoid what? Accidents. Very good. So we think we understand all of the rules and signs that we should obey and follow. We're clear? Okay, good. So I have some worksheets here for you to do. So group 1, you're going to draw 3 road safety signs and name them. Group 1 is clear? All right, group 2 now. Group 2, you are going to match the names to their signs, right? So group 2 is clear. All right, group 3 now, you're going to answer 5 questions based on road safety. Good. Could you give me a question from your paper? For group 3. Okay. Yes, what should you wear when riding a bicycle? What protective gear? Okay. I don't want to sell out the answers. So we'll start working. I'm going to check all the worksheets.